Hey guys, I've had to restart here. Um, it's very funny how I lost internet connection as soon as I said YouTube deleted my video. Um, so that was hmm, very interesting. I mean, literally as soon as I said that, YouTube cut my video, I got a notification that I was having streaming issues. So very peculiar, very interesting. Um, Very interesting. So for those who are just coming in, as soon as I said YouTube, cut my last video, it literally it stopped my stream. Yep, the Illuminati's coming after me. Hey, it's all fine. It's all fine. They can come after me. I, I've already told you guys they've been censoring my content from getting out there to people because they don't want me telling the truth, right? I've dropped a lot of truth bombs about what's going on in crypto, and there are some people that have significant amount of power that obviously don't like it, but it is what it is. Um, so after I finish this video, I have to go and delete the one that obviously isn't working right. They screwed it up. I had some awesome music, man. I had some awesome music going. Bastards. Gonna just cut me like that. So we'll see how this goes. But again, guys, like I said, once you get into significant profits, right? So for instance, if you got in up here, and I'll draw this out. If you got in up here, once we got down here, you should have trailed your stop loss behind it. Once we broke down and you were around here, you should have trailed your stop loss behind it. This would have eliminated losses from all of this gain. Now, it's hard to do, like for instance, where I'm sitting at right now, right? I can't trail a stop loss behind that. I'm not far enough into the profit, if that makes sense to everybody. Now, if we come down to here, then yeah, I can start to walk my stop loss in. Hell, if I only make $5, I make $5, right? Um, What I would like to see is us to come back down and retest 31.5. If we come back down and retest 31.5, I definitely exit this trade. I would definitely exit this trade. Just have to see what's happening on lower time frames, right? Or will this be another massive dump, right? Is that as high as we're going to be able to go and we see a nasty dump? So we'll just have to see, right, guys? Is this going to be a bounce and then a retest of the macro downtrend, which is this green line you see up here? Or are we going to come down and retest 31.1? We'll just have to see, right? Is this just an outlier, a freaking pump because of this B word conference? Because, buy the rumor, sell the news. So was this to buy the rumor and is this to sell the news? We just have to wait and see. But I mean, look at what this RSI did, guys. It went up and just went straight sideways on you guys. This was a situation where there was no way for you guys to really see this coming. I mean, it happened while most of you were asleep, right? So if you got in here or here, because this was a signal to get in here. There was no signals to get in down here. And so you went to sleep over here. This happened in the night and went right past and then put you in the red. Hey, last call outs, how you doing? So we just have to wait and see, you know, where this is going, right? I'd like to see 10%, right? If we can get to 10%, maybe I'll just close it, call it a day. Nice. Yeah, so it's just, I don't know if the conference is over yet or not, but it's like, hey man, like was this the buy the rumor, and is this about to be the sell the news, right? Because what we want is, and I'll show you guys this, we want this to be a significant dump, because if not, and we start going sideways here, we're going to create a head and shoulders. Now we pretty much, I think we already did, right? You have your head, you have your shoulders. If I measure out the move, okay, so we did go above it, but the average move is about right there, right? So is that what we're seeing? I don't know. Now, of course, if you measure the whole head, I'm pretty sure that's where we kind of got to in price. We're close to it, right? So we want this to come on down so it doesn't make a macro head and shoulders out of this action, right? Because what that would do is that would put an attempt to make an outlier out of this macro trend line. Yeah. Apparently, I was saying that SpaceX also bought Bitcoin. Both these companies hold Bitcoin. Yeah, well, I've known for months that SpaceX had Bitcoin, but this is the thing. When a corporation buys an asset, they don't have to tell the shareholders until the end of the quarter. Yeah. Jeff can suck it. Now, here we are, right? RSI on the 30-minute is floating with that line. So are we about to bounce off of it? If we bounce off of it, then that's that could be an indication for me to get out of the short. We just have to see, right? Honestly, I might get out of it anyway, just to take the money, because this is the thing. So as you guys can see, I did lose $93 on my trade. I was transparent that this pump knocked me out of my trade, right? But it's okay. You know, I always want you guys to know that I'm always going to be transparent with you guys. Oh wow, the band is scrunching. Let's see what it's gonna do. It's scrunching on the 15-minute. We'll have to see what happens here. Normally when it comes to the top and scrunches down, it's because it's reversing, and it's a hard one to tell, guys. It's a hard one to tell. Yeah. No, I know what you're saying, Crypto Junkie. And see, these yellow diamonds indicate bullish momentum. Okay, so look how many yellow diamonds we had. I mean, what, 20 of them? 20, 30 of them? So now again, you guys can always take my content, right? And be able to draw your lines, because what that allows you to do, right? If you were following this red line, when it went above it, that was your indication to get out of that short. So instead of all the profit loss up here, you could have closed it right here, if that makes sense to everybody. A trend change, what does that mean, last call outs? Okay, I'll show you what a trend change means. You see this micro downtrend that I drew? Right? We tested it, come down. Tested it, come down. Test it, come down. Now we've tested. As we retest it for support and we don't get the support and it goes below it, then this was an outlier. And this is the continued downtrend. Okay, if it bounces, then this micro downtrend has now been invalidated. And then you have microscopic downtrends or uptrends within them. So for instance, this red line right here, see, it's bouncing off of it for support and then broke it. This micro uptrend was then invalidated. Exactly, crypto junkie. Oh, so we'll go up. So what that means is it's the same thing, right? It means that there's a trend change. So if you notice, the blue band was on the top as price was rising. Now the blue band has cut down and twisted, and it's crunching the bands. Okay, so if we come over here, when you're moving to the downside, the blue band it's hard to see the blue band, but it's there, right? It's kind of transparent, but it's below. It scrunches but drops below again. When it's on the top like this and it crunches down and folds, it twists the bands and you have a crash. Okay, every single time. So down here, as it kept dropping below, it was kind of giving us indications somewhat that it was going to flip and go up. No, these are not exponential moving averages. No. We've long passed the EMAs, right? The EMAs are like up here, right? All of our EMAs are up here. We've long passed those. I think I have a picture I can show you where the EMAs are. Or did I delete them? I might have deleted them. Yeah, I might have deleted them. Yeah. But like they're way up here somewhere, okay? Oh no, 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 no. All of your day moving averages, we're below them. We're below the 20 day, the 50 day, the 60 day, the 100 day, the 200 day. We're below the 365 day. We're below the 21 week, 50 week. I mean, we're just below everything. So as I zoom in here, right? Can you guys now see that bright blue band, right? And if you look here, you see how right in here it twisted and now it's coming below. You see that? Try to blow it up more on the screen. You see that? That bright blue band? And it twists and now it's coming down below, so it's scrunching the other bands. You're never ever as a trader, you're never gonna use a 1-day average. Like if you notice and pay attention to this, right, out, let's see here, we'll go out to the hourly, right, or we'll go out to the daily. Okay, every time we got below a band, right, they said, oh well, well, we're below this one, but we're not below this one, right? This is what they do. We're below this one, but we're not below this one. Oh, well, we're below that one, but we're not below this one. Well, we're not below this one, and 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 this one. Well, we're not out of a bull run until we're below this one. This is what they do. And you've watched your profits dwindle, 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 dwindle. Where you could have taken profits up here, bought back in here, took profits here, bought back in here, took profits here, bought back in here, just waited. Or you could have just took profits at the top and just wait till it got lower, right? When they tell you to hodl, well, let's see what hodling does, right? We'll take a look at what hodling does. Why watch your portfolio go up and down and up and down and up and down? You could have taken profits, bought back in. Taken profits, bought back in. Taken profits, bought back in. Right? Does that make sense? Now, I get it. All of this right here, right? It was still so new. You just needed to hold. So if you look at this, right? This is what I want you guys to see here. If this will make sense to you on the Heiken Ashi I'm using. If you notice here, what do you see? On the front side of the bull run, we were all blue. Front side of the euphoria pump, all blue. Front side of the bull run, all blue. Now, once we were on that downward trend into the bear market, you started seeing week after week of red. Lots of red, okay? Lots of red weeks. Hey, Big Gray Beer, what's going on? So does that help everybody a little bit more? And I know some have asked about the mountain-based theory, which is off of the daily time frame. But what did I tell you guys? I said we won't hit this secondary markdown zone to attempt, okay, to retest the base of the mountain until RSI comes up here to this line and dumps below the 30 like it did here, okay? The base of the mountain will be when RSI is just completely oversold. Just like when the base of the mountain starts, it's when we are overbought every single time. If you go back and watch my theory video, every single time the base of the mountain started, we were overbought. Every time it closed, we were oversold. So right now what I'm watching is to see if we do come down. If we get another bounce off of this line, then it means it found localized support at 31.5. Okay? It means we found local support at 31.5. Now it doesn't mean we'll get down there. But we're either just going to pump back up or it's going to try to find some sort of localized 30-minute time frame support. So I mean, yeah, I could close this right now, make a little $4, but I don't want to close it because right now the longs are being funded. Right? There's 3 hours and 48 minutes left for longs to be funded. Right now, the shorts are paying the longs. Does that make sense? They swap it. So every set of hours, the longs will pay the shorts, and in every set of hours, the shorts will pay the longs. That's why if you look up at funding rate, it says negative 0.0056%. Okay, when this time frame runs out, it'll say positive 0.005, which means that your short is funded. So the longs would be paying you. So right now, there's incentive for people to go long. It don't mean it's the smart thing to do. If we get a retest of this line, if it bounces off the line, right, this candle has 16 minutes left. If it were to bounce off the line, I would probably close the trade. And if you haven't already, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, hit that share button. Let's get more people in here to Mystic Rick's Crypto Picks. And hopefully, I hope you guys liked that video about the top 10 picks I chose. I hate seeing some of the channels where, like, every time they make a top 5 or top 10 video, it's the same old coins. It's Bitcoin, it's Ethereum, it's Binance, it's Cardano. Well, I wanted to throw some other things in there for you. I threw some gaming stuff in there for you. I threw some NFT stuff in there for you, right? I threw some VeChain and AMP and Solanium, I threw in, so you have a whole mixture of stuff, not just a store of value, but you have an ecosystem for dApps, you have an Oracle, you have a Launchpad, you have other blockchains, right? You have supply chain. So I threw a lot of stuff in there for you guys that I believe are solid picks. But just like I tell people to drink responsibly, invest responsibly, follow DCA guides, okay? For those that are interested in using my matrix, you can always email me and I will send it to you. Because the Koopa token isn't live yet, it's in pre-sale. I'll show it to you right here. See? It's public, but it's a public pre-sale, meaning that as you purchase right now, you'll have the transactions in your wallet. You will not get the tokens given to you until after these 4 phases complete. Right? And to keep whales from herding all the tokens, you're capped at only 5 million tokens per phase. Now there's 10 billion tokens. So theoretically, it could be a $1, $2, $3 project. Doesn't mean it'll reach even a penny. No, it doesn't. But potential wise and a realistic potential. That's funny. It's Koopa music while I'm talking about Koopa. The odds. So, you know, a realistic potential is $1, right? But it doesn't mean that it'll even reach a penny. Now, getting in now gives you the opportunity to get in at discounts. So that's why they decided not to do basically like an ICO or like a white listing. It's public, but not public as in you can go look at the tokens on the database. You can go purchase them on a swap. You can only get them from Koopa right now. And this transaction sits in your wallet. Once they finish phase 4, which it starts August 9th for like 7 days, then you will be able to, or excuse me, I think after phase 3, then you will get the tokens to your wallet. And then you'll be able to add liquidity to Sushi Swap at that point. See, this will create an ETH Coup liquidity pool at a price of 0.0005. Holders of Coup will be able to pool their Coup and earn 0.25% fee on all trades proportional to their share of the pool. And of course, Star Atlas. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it. Loving it. Love Star Atlas. This game is going to be massive when it releases, and it will have a token. Koopa is not a game. It is a platform for online betting, other online games to utilize the Coup chain. That makes sense. But they do have a light paper you can come and check out, and it's their paper is pretty it's pretty badass. I mean, look at that. So the Koopa network leverages the power of blockchain decentralization to address inequities and circumvent barriers in the gaming industry. Right? So it'll have a gamified marketplace. Users can make their NFTs publicly viewable, receive upvotes, and start auctions at the click of a button. Users can mint NFTs using Koopa tokens. Fees are drastically lower than competing platforms. So the core token utilities is for esports tournaments and events, NFTs betting for tournaments, video game investing and development. Koopa coins will become the premium in-game currency for thousands of titles and tradable in-game assets. and for NFT generation and trading. So they have a pretty awesome, this is one of the coolest looking white papers I've ever seen. It's awesome. It's pretty awesome. And of course, they have their team, right? You can come down here and see their team. So you have Sumi Chitroda, Rupak Gurkar, Hayden Snap, Josen Rubin, Raj Shah, and Pranav Kavenikar. So right now, we're at the airdrops and TGE listing. Next comes the public sale, then the initial token distributions, where they decide what the price is going to be for DEXs, and then the CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap listing, then audit by Ether audit, then shipping smart contracts, initial exchange offering for centralized exchanges, and then implementing governance. They're partnered with Matic, Ethereum, SSG, and Trezor. So that tells you how big this is possibly going to be when they're partnered with Ethereum and Matic. Just throw that out there. Just to throw that out there.
Dad, I already used Capital One Auto Navigator. I found my car online and got pre-qualified instantly, instead of all that.
You know those things impact your credit score.
Didn't impact my credit score, Dad. Now I'm going to the dealership for a test drive and to make the purchase.
Yeah, looking like they're trying to turn this into a green candle, but
Oh, it's just
will
easy.
they turn into another red candle?
What's in your wallet?
I don't know.
Find out more at capitalone.com/.
Well, we got a red X on the 30-minute. But there's only 8 minutes left on it, so we'll have to see what happens. Whoever thought Yoshi's music would be a rap song. What do you think about them calling it the B word? I see they're using feminine element. Any other symbolism stuck out for you? Yeah, but of course it's the cancel culture. I'm so over it. Oh, thank you, last call outs. Thank you so much. So let's look at the 5-minute time frame. So you see this here? That's a lot of movement in price. So right here, that was $130 million dump. But see, now it's starting to turn, but that's on a 5-minute time frame, right? The blue triangles kind of indicate that like it's a local peak, at least between the 1 and 5-minute time frame. See, local peak, local peak, local peak, local peak, local peak, and then comes down. But I'm not a scalper on the 1-minute time frame, so. It's kind of interesting. It's like, do I want to stay in this? Like if it went down back in the 31.5s, I would probably go ahead and close it. I mean, it's not like I'm trying to make 500 bucks off this short. But I mean, if we had a massive red candle all of a sudden, then hell yeah, I'll ride it down. But this, I mean, it's just so unexpected right now. I mean, look at this. Right? If you look at it like this, it pumped off of no massive support line, and it didn't even peak at a massive resistance line. See that? It's kind of just a stop and open space. Whereas here, it pumped off of this bounce off of a macro support, dumped off of a micro resistance. Right now, I'm actually working on a deal with Prime XBT to hopefully be sponsored by them and trading on their platform. So we'll see what happens. See, I want you guys to see something significant here. If you notice, as the blue sector flipped and crunched the band, every candle after that has been getting rejected off of. You see that? Every candle after the twist has been getting rejected off of it. And so now you have, you know, that was an ugly line, but you get my drift. Oh, we just got a yellow diamond on the 5. There we go. Or excuse me, red diamond on the 5-minute. But see again, we had a second bounce off that line. There we go. It's a second bounce off that line. But it is a macro support line. Okay, I want you guys to understand that's why you're seeing it bounce there and bounce there. Okay? It is a macro support line. If I go out to the 4-hour, okay, you guys can see these are old yellow lines I put in from a long time ago. So it's bouncing off of this support line right here. Or excuse me, it's bouncing off of this one. Okay. So it had support in here, and here, and here. Closed the candle in there. It had support over here and right here. So it's bouncing off of a macro support. No problem, last call outs, no problem. I mean, both times it came to 31,505. That is a very significant random support. 31,505, 31,506, but close enough. I mean, that is interesting. So we still got our red diamond on the 5-minute. There's 2 minutes left. Let's see what the next candle will print. Ah, this is getting interesting. The bulls are going to try to run it up. They're going to try to run it up. It'd be nice if they just ran it back down to 30,000. Just give me a big, massive red candle. Are we forming? Ooh. Ooh. Are we forming a head and shoulders? Or at least we're attempting to on the hourly? We turn this off.
So you know what your car is telling you and what to do about it. Putting you in the driver's seat of car care, that's a job for Jiffy. To find a Pennzoil pouring service center near you, visit jiffylube.com.
No, not really. Yeah, yeah. EOS bears up. So how those specific tokens work, when the main token goes up, the bear coin's going to go down. When the main token goes down, the bear token's going to go up. Once we're officially in a like true bear market, the bear token skyrocket. If you look at BTC Bull on the front side of the bull run got up to like 150K, I think. Yeah. Well, this is your cup and handle right here. So if you guys notice that red line I have in here, once it broke below it and confirmed below it, the confirmation below it was the red X, confirming a shift in trend. Now it doesn't mean it won't bounce and just go right back up and attempt to retest 33.2, right? 33.2 to 33.1. So you just have to be cautious of that, right? I want my peoples to win. I spend a lot of time looking at these charts for you guys to try to be as accurate as I can to help you guys make money. Now, sometimes as data builds, right, sometimes I will move my trend lines a little bit, right, because it might step sideways and then go down a little bit, step sideways and go down. Okay, kind of like here going up, it goes up, step sideways, goes up, step sideways. So sometimes you'll have to adjust your trend lines. I'm going to hold. See, you see these two big green lines? This one is the macro downtrend. This one is a micro downtrend. So I'm holding this micro downtrend to see if this was just an outlier and then comes back into this zone and works that as the localized resistance ceiling, right? We'll know that once it comes back down, if it bounces here, then this macro or micro downtrend is negated. Doesn't mean it won't go lower. It's just that this line being the ceiling of resistance will be negated. Hey, you're welcome, man. That's what it's about, man. Everybody learning something. I learn from you guys, right? I'm not perfect. I learn from you guys too. I always tell my kids, the day you stop learning is the day your soul dies, because you should always be learning something. Every day should be a new opportunity to learn and embrace the fact that you were given another opportunity to breathe, because somebody somewhere didn't get that opportunity this morning. And so no matter what's going on in your day, bad trade, bad time at work, fight with the significant other, right? Car broke down, truck broke down. No matter what you're going through, somebody somewhere has it a lot worse than you do. A lot worse. And for that, you can find some gratefulness in your heart and say, I won't complain. Just a little life tip for you guys. Find something to be thankful for. Shoes on your feet and clothes on your back. A roof over your head. Food on the table. Running lights. Clean water. Having your eyesight. Being able to hear. Right? Having someone to love. Find something to be grateful. I love you guys. Right? You're helping me build this channel into the empire for Mystic Rick's Pick Squad. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'll keep an eye out on that cup and handle. See, we came back up a little bit. It's like we're struggling here to make that a red candle, right? Man, it would have been nice to catch it up here. Ugh. 32.8. Oh, I could have got out there. That would have been lovely. But I'm keeping an eye on this. I want to see us get back down to 30. See, we're at 31.5 on What? We're at 31,639 right now. $31,652. Let's see what's going on the 5-minute. Okay, so the 5-minute was trying to retest the twist. That line is shifting up. I don't like that. It's looking like it might have found bottom here, at least a localized bottom. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna close this. Whoa, what's going on here? There we go. I just don't like what I see here, right? When you have a situation like this right here, the next candle is normally a pump. Now, it doesn't mean it won't dump. But we're seeing the same thing here, okay? Which is normally a recipe for a brief pump. Doesn't mean it will, but that's just what I'm seeing locally, right? See that? Boom. Now, yeah, it's just a 5 minute, but I just don't like it. See that? Boom. This is what I mean, guys. Your eyes can see things before indicators can. I just use this for help, right? There's nothing wrong with learning and using extra things for help. What this tells me, these yellow diamonds tell me that there's lots of bullish momentum and it's probably going to keep going up. And what happened? It kept going up. But this red diamond in here was letting me know that this probably wasn't going to keep lasting. Okay? See how all of these 15-minute candles gave no indicators? Lets me know that the bullish momentum is still going, that the trend change wasn't here. Okay? But the very first red candle threw a blood diamond. Well, a diamond, red diamond. It's not a blood diamond. That let me know that trend was going to change. At least on the 15-minute time frame. Would have been nice if I could have caught that at 32.8. Ah. Would have made like $100. Now, I'll tell you what my game plan is. If we do bounce here and come up to test 33.2, 33.1, and we get rejection on the macro trend line, that is a warning shot fired. What do I mean by that? If we bounce here and get a rejection, okay? Let me redraw that. If we come here and we get a rejection, that is a warning shot fired. Okay? Warning shot fired. And no, it doesn't stand for world's slowest FOMO. But if it bounces and gets a rejection off of the macro downtrend at 33.2 to 33.1-ish, it's a warning shot fired. That's another opportunity for you guys and gals to get in where, for instance, some of the other influencers got in on that short here, right? If you got in here. Now, if you got in here, you would have probably needed to let that go, right? Take your profits, let it go. Ride it back up, get back in, short that bad boy all the way down. So, for instance, had I got in here and kept it open, because I let it go down here. If I would have kept it open all the way down, I would have made like $2,000 off that short. So every time it gets a rejection off of this trend line, it's giving you great opportunities to make profits, right? Came up, I mean, you could have got in as high as 36.4, right? Came down and got out the 32.8. Got in 35.6, got out 33. Or if you were bold enough, you could have just got in at 36 And if you'd have been riding 36 all the way down to 29, I mean, you would have made a butt ton of money. Now, whenever Bitcoin does find true bottom in the bear market, right, and it's way down here somewhere, right, before we get ready to go into the next massive bull run, and the signs are there that it's gonna happen, get you a good entry, and you let that sucker run up, where it's gonna be 40, 50, 60, 80, 100K, whatever it's gonna be. And and this is not financial advice, but I would close that long when the pi indicator goes off, just to be safe. Yeah, it could pump past the pi indicator signal, but the pi indicator signal goes off, get your butt out. If it keeps pumping, cool. What have you lost? People get so mad, and that's the emotional trading in you. People get so mad. Oh, well, I could have kept making money. I got out. But what did you lose? What did you lose? So now it's scrunching, and I'm wondering, is it preparing for another dump? So what I want to do is watch this on the 30-minute time frame. Okay? If I see a blood diamond on the 30-minute time frame, then I'll go back in, if that makes sense. See what I meant, guys? What did I tell you? Whenever you see a stop like that, it's normally gonna go up, right? You see it here, right? Think of it as red light, green light. Red light, green light. Okay? You have another one here. Red light, green light. Red light, green light. Red light, green light. Red light, green light. Okay? Red light, green light. Red light, green light. And it's the same when it's opposite. Green light, red light. There's just little things that you can use. See? Green light, red light. You got that line right there. Dump. Boom. Green light, red light. Dump. Boom. Green light, red light. Dump. Boom. Green light, red light. Dump. Boom. Red light, green light. Whew. So within trends, right? Within macro trends are micro signals. Within micro signals are microscopic indicators. So as soon as I saw it stop there, what did I tell you guys? Ooh, this is gonna go up. I'm getting out. Hey, Crypto Junkie, have a good one. Thank you so much for coming. Be blessed. Peace, brother. Peace. So now you guys kind of know what I plan on doing there, right? If I see if I see a blood diamond, that would be my next entry point on the 30-minute time frame. Actually, come out to the 45-minute time frame. I'll watch this on the 45-minute time frame. Look at there. Already came up to 31.8. Look at that. Red light, green light. I want you guys to just think about that, okay? Red light, green light, red light. And how do you know that's going to happen? When a candle opens right beside the next candle closing. Now, yes, it did pump up, okay? But if you notice, where did the candle stay, okay? Boom, right there. So if it goes above, it's different. If it goes below, then it goes below. Hey, Sam, what's going on? So that was a good exit, right? Because if I wouldn't have got out, I'd be in the red right now. I saw the red light, green light, boom, get out. Now let's see if my trend line holds. Now we have a green momentum on MACD. It looks like we could get some incoming red action. So yeah, you know, but again, I am staying out until we get another blood diamond. Okay. Just because it could find more support here and make a run for 33.1. So this video is just supposed to be for a short, so I've executed that short, and you know, if we get some more crazy action tonight, I will hop back on. But for now, thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys for tuning in. Go out, be safe, be blessed, have a great day.